Well, what should be done? Well, number one, these are independent companies and they don't have a duty in many cases to disclose this stuff. And so if they don't see it as having a business benefit, they're not going to do it. However, I do think it gets into some ethical areas when they're not disclosing it to their investors, perhaps even leadership, people who are running the company, or other employees. They're keeping this thing very secret. And I've seen these things firsthand. And while I understand the motivation to do it, because in many cases you're admitting to the fact that you made a mistake, or at least the perception you made a mistake, I think it's not necessarily a step in the right direction. So enterprises that admit to these mistakes and take steps to correct these issues should be applauded. And like the highly publicized repatriation cases that we looked here on this channel, from Geico to 37 Signals, they will gain more admiration than ridicule. Enterprises often err on the side of secrecy. The rule of thumb is, when in doubt, leave it out. And I think they view repatriation as something to be a fixing activity, fixing a mistake that they made. They don't want to admit to the mistake. And so therefore, we don't hear about the repatriation. I think that's the way it is right now. I would ask them to do a bit more disclosure. And we are starting to see some more use cases and case studies come out. And I'll be reporting them to you on this channel over the next year or so, but not as many as we should. And I would love to learn from the experience of others. Now, I have anecdotal information. I'm involved with some of these things. But in many cases, we're not getting the public recognition that this is as big of a deal as it is. And I think it's a huge deal.